Yes. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is social distancing chat number 5, coming to you live and direct from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Um, Today we have an esteemed, extremely talented guest. Everybody, welcome Mr. Christopher Sapienza. Did I say that right? Sapienza?
Yes, you did. 100%.
You know, I think I knew how to say it right because you say it all the time. You know, when you're
In my
Mr.
intro
Christopher
videos.
Sapienza. Um, I've got a couple themes that have happened throughout the 4 other streams that I've done,
Yeah.
and one is a beverage. I don't know if you're familiar with the beverage, uh, the universal beverage law,
No,
because it is
no.
universal. Because there's not a man, woman, or child alive that doesn't enjoy a nice, refreshing beverage.
This is very true. Especially when it's 3 o'clock on a day of uh, coronavirus day, and
I
a
This is just
little
lemonade.
beverage.
Um. Oh man. Well,
Why not?
I can. Well, hello.
That's good. This is
My daughter's talking to me through the. Oh, you froze. Hello. 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 I wonder. No, we got good stream health. Excellent stream health, in fact. Oh, and then you're gone and you're back. You're gone and you're back. Back in black. Hit the sack.
here we go.
I am gonna step away for a second.
Yeah.
Boy, this is not going exceedingly well. That should go here. And then this should go here. Are you still there? You still friends with me? I don't think he is.
I
Have it. Well, this is exciting. This is from my partner Dave, who thinks that I should work all these things out ahead of time, which would make sense if I wasn't doing this all by myself. All by myself. Don't wanna be. One of my viewers says it's all about working the kinks out. It's just that viewer is my guest who keeps freezing. So, what is a young man to do? Oh, gone. And disconnect, reconnect. Christopher Sapienza. And you want to be my latex salesman. Anything? This is all a first for me, Christopher. This is wacky, wild stuff. Yeah, he's completely. Nope.
Can you see
Okay, I can see you now.
me?
You see me now? I don't know. Is there an option to do just? To, I mean, I'm asking you, you know how my program works. I wish there was an option to reduce the bitrate of what you're sending me.
So if I turn off video, does that help any?
Oh, try that.
I don't see you. Do you see me?
Uh, yes, I do see you. So you turned off
Alrighty.
my video?
Yeah, so I don't see you at all.
Oh.
It's a shame because you got a cute face.
Well,
So
this opens up a beautiful opportunity for you.
really,
I'm gonna cut to the serious angle that you can't see.
okay.
You can watch the stream later,
Cool.
and you'll get to see all of my beautiful angles and your beautiful angles. But we can definitely see you, and it's not as choppy. I mean, it's still
Good.
choppy,
Can
but it's not
can you
as
hear
choppy.
me though?
Yes, yes, indeed. So, oh boy, Chris, how you been? How was
Good. Not bad.
I really enjoyed your stream the other night.
Thank you.
You know what was interesting, and I wanted to make this comment, but I didn't know whether it would be. I mean, you and I are friendly enough and are snarky enough
Yeah.
to each other, but I didn't know if making this a snarky post publicly would. But your not your intern, but your understudy or the guy who did that amazing parody song.
The parody.
Your
song.
friend who did the COVID-19.
Oh, for that I had posted on my personal page,
Yes,
not from my show. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, Dan. Yeah.
he had
Supercalifragilistic. Yeah.
yeah. All right. I'm in the middle of a live stream, Daryl. Can I get back to you?
Can I call in and be a guest?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
I'll send you a link, but I've got to finish telling me the story. All right. I'll send you a link.
I love it. Thanks. Bye.
All right. His mannerisms, the way that his tone, his inflection, his what's the word?
Fiction.
Diction. Yeah, it was just like, oh boy, I couldn't tell that this man had stood in the wings and watched Christopher Sapiens. He just reminded me of you, is what I'm saying.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, which is
Well,
mostly a compliment.
He was a former student, and then he was one of my assistants. Cabrini University, where I music directed. He came on to be my assistant music director, so he has been around me a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean,
I'll take it.
is he from the local area? I mean, is he a local boy?
Yeah,
So a
yeah,
lot of that
for
is
sure.
probably just upbringing.
and summer stage. He went through the summer stage program. I think probably have the same demeanor when it comes to the performance quality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all had the original training of what that was. Fine-tuned when you go into college and do other studies. So
It was just interesting because it was very much a moment of like I could close my eyes, even though I know it's not him. I could close my eyes and think it's him. And then the next day I heard you singing, and you were doing your the story of your life, not
right,
not a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang,
not a
parody song.
No, and it's funny. I have been asked.
Mary Poppins.
I had been asked to do a couple the coronavirus because everybody else is doing it, and that's one of the reasons why I don't do it
Yeah.
because everybody else is, and I don't. Find it. There are people who do it really well.
Yeah. Did you Have you seen the nurses singing to the tune of Jolene?
No.
You know Dolly Parton's Jolene? It's
Yeah.
COVID, COVID-19. Don't just make me ill because you can. It's
Brilliant. Yeah, they're all out there. They are out there for sure.
yeah. Well,
And the women who are doing the ones about the gray hair, it's all happening.
From my perspective, it's like, wow, I'm really so glad that I have a house, with grass, and I'm not like in an apartment, and we have the internet. I mean, geez, if this happened in 1999, where would we be? Oh, come on. I'm trying to add. Here we go. Media files network, Chris, and then media files network, Daryl. Daryl, good. Can you turn your camera into landscape instead of portrait?
I tried that last night. Look what happened to my. Look what.
Daryl, I'm going to switch to you now.
Hang on, I'm gonna get my earbuds in 1 second.
All right. Christopher Sapienza is on here. This is Daryl Rode, who those of us in the business affectionately call Uncle D.
Uncle, part
Uncle
of me wants
D.
to put my camera back on so I can see.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here.
Jeez. We were having some technical difficulties. Daryl is the king of understanding technical difficulties. He even has a really beautiful way of saying it. It's like it floats off the tongue like a ballet. It's like technical difficulties.
Please stand by. We're having technical difficulties.
Yeah. I can't.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't know if you
who's
could
your guest?
speak up.
I don't know this gentleman.
Yeah. This is Christopher Sapienza. He's a old friend. Well, was a client, I guess, right? And Daryl, I'm having a hard time hearing you. So if you could just speak up just a little bit.
Absolutely. How's this?
That's better-ish. No, you
I
can't
cannot hear him.
I
Okay,
can hear you fine.
let me switch to. This is the hard part here. I don't have my
Hi,
glasses
Christopher, how are
on.
you?
All right, try now. Talk, Daryl.
Ooh, that's better. That sounds better.
Is it echoey?
Me, it does. I hear you better in my buds.
All right, then we'll just stick with that. I'm now having this fun. I've created, Daryl. I was just explaining to Chris that this is episode 5, and I'm been slowly working through the bugs, and I have this monitor set up here so that I can look towards the camera, see you guys just fine. Because I used to look here to see you guys, and then it'd be looking like way off screen. Unfortunately, that monitor also has the settings for all of seeing, changing the settings for you guys, and I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see at that distance. I'm like doing it from memory. Geez, I don't even know if I can go over Christopher. I mean, we don't have the time. There's not enough bandwidth on the internet to go over the impressive resume of the multi-talented Christopher Sapienza.
Hello.
I think he froze. Everybody froze. No, Daryl?
I was pretending.
He was pretending.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I was just joking, Kelly. Give me some technical difficulty, but
I hear a ton of echo.
All right, let's try to fix that. And turn off this one. How about now?
I've always heard you.
Much better. All right.
What are you drinking, Kelly?
Lemonade. It's lemonade until
Just,
3:19.
then what happens? What happens next?
Well, luckily, beer stores are essential. Liquor is not, however. I don't understand that.
I know.
Law and Order, SVU.
Yeah.
Was that the one?
The one?
The
In what
one.
way?
Well, the one, that's the one that you keep, because Christopher's an actor, stage, television, and also theater, right? I mean, movies, right?
Well, not so much film, but yeah.
But you've been in films.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, more than I have.
So, I've also been on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
So.
But we won't talk about the 80s. No, he of the many fun things that Chris likes to do on social media, one of the things he does is he gets his check from one of his shows that he's is in reruns and plays over and over, and he gets his royalty check or his and he holds his thumb over the number, and everybody gets to guess what the number is. And the number is not grandiose, but I always guess in the six figures.
As people do, which is very nice.
I don't know.
But yeah, so the Law and Order one is the one that I get a lot of the residuals on, and people entertained. And now SAG-AFTRA is allowing for the direct deposit. So I told everybody that, and like, don't do that because then we won't be able to play this game with you. So,
Is that? Oh, there we go.
When you have, if I can ask him a question, I'd love to ask your guest a question. Is the guest allowed to ask your guest a question, Kelly?
Uncle D, you can ask anything you want.
All right, I'm sorry.
I can't hear
I
him,
don't
so
wanna
you're going to
take
have to
over.
tell me
I just
what
wanna
it
ask a
was,
question.
what it is.
When you do a job, whatever it is, and you know there's going to be a residual, you just say, yeah, whatever. Like it's all just like gravy, beer money. It's not like I'm planning on living on that.
I guess the question was, when you do a job, is it all just gravy? Do you negotiate the amount, or is it just like extra on top, or is it a?
Well, it depends. Basically, you have your day rate, and that depends on how large your role is in the show. I patches from elsewhere. I shouldn't say I just did it. I filmed it back in October, and it's going to air in a couple of weeks. The new Jason Segel TV series on AMC. So an episode, I made, I want to say $800 and some odd was the base rate, and then they add on the agent.
I know when.
Fee and airing rate, because then it's going to be aired throughout the country, so I'll get paid again. And that's when, God willing, I will be seeing some very nice residual checks.
I hope so.
I like the idea of that show. I like everything I've heard about him. All my friends that have worked on the show report about how awesome it is. I can't wait to sit
He's
and
amazing.
binge it.
Yeah, he's amazing and wonderful to work with. And because he was such a cool guy to begin with, that trickled down crew, every other actor on the show, and you were really felt relaxed on set. So it was a great time. Yeah, it's a very odd show, though. You have to get through the first episode and be like, "What's that?" And you start learning about all the different characters, and it's really fascinating.
I love that we're in an era of that. Have you watched Legion at all?
No.
Legion is so weird and so amazing. Like I'm not I shouldn't admit this on the internet, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I can't stand working on narrative. I think that there's really nothing more boring in the world than working on narrative. I prefer what we're doing right now. I prefer documentary. I prefer really like learning new things about people and places and things. But every now and then something comes forth that like is like, whoa.
And there's definitely a niche for that.
I've been watching a lot of docs.
Yeah, I agree, Daryl.
A lot of docs. Have you watched the Tiger King yet?
The what?
The Tiger King on Netflix? The
Oh,
seven-parter?
that's the one everybody's going for right now. No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, crap. 40,
What's that?
I think they're 40, 45 minutes long. My business partner said you got to see it. We watched 3 last night. Man, access. It's always about access, isn't it? I know
Yeah.
actors don't like to hear about documentaries, but I think there's always something to be learned from an actor. Maybe you could tell us, Christopher. The actor watching a documentary with real people is a reference for your resource for characters and dialect and behavior, because these people are off the hook.
I think we lost Christopher.
Oh, I was enjoying Christopher.
Trying to. Oh, and he's back.
Welcome back, Christopher.
Yes, no?
I see him.
Mr. Sapienza? Yeah. This is. Oh. And of course, that would work. He froze again. So. Trying to. I wish there was some magic sauce. Have you guys have been doing Zoom meetings? Because Zoom is the popular one right now?
We like Zoom. We can do the Brady Bunch 8 up. We can do sharing the screen. We can record the screen. It's kind of cool.
Anybody?
Oh, there we go. Oh, anybody for just a second and then gone. You're not seeing. Oh. Let me go here and add Chris back. You're not seeing what the world sees, Daryl.
I'm only seeing Kelly, Chris, and then me in a little tiny box with a red dot over it.
Yeah, so this is what the world sees.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
I can. Let's add you back to the stream. Can you hear us?
I hear you fine. Always have. You sound great. Christopher's low audio. Maybe I'm low audio there. Not sure.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting.
So,
Can we go to Zoom next time and maybe use Zoom as your delivery, but use your Wirecast as your controller? Is that something you could do, or is that not possible?
Everything's possible. I
I
just
love that.
you'd have to
I love
watch
possibilities.
you'd have to watch the other episodes to know that
Darn.
I don't like Zoom.
Would you like one of the other 13 most popular ones out there?
No, of all of them, Zoom is the best. I prefer it over WebEx and GoToMeeting. I still don't like it.
We just got off of a bunch of calls today. I had 3 calls, all that were like over Google Hangouts. It was, apart from a little audio skipping here and there, it was actually really good. We were just using the stupid cameras in our laptops. Granted, it's not a broadcast per se. Like, you look amazing, Kelly. Your camera looks great. Lighting, audio is fantastic. That's the difference. Yeah, look at that. That looks amazing. I'm sure, Christopher, he's looking like he's all pixelated live from Mars.
I need underlight though, like a light to
No, you look good. You
get my
look
good
good.
side.
No, you look fine.
I love Chris's frozen expressions. Can you hear me? No, no, I can't. Chris, I can't hear you. Let's try this.
Yo,
Hello?
you can hear me
Oh, I can hear you great now.
here, but are you even seeing me on camera still?
No, I got a freeze frame.
It's weird. And then you were like doing this double echo. You'd say, "I know, right?" And then I'd hear you go, "I know, right?" Like it was a whole delayed echo. It
Nice.
was like, what the heck?
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
I say we try it again after, if another day when if there's a resolve or if another means of
Yeah.
getting it going, because I'm all for hanging and talking.
Yeah.
And
Well-
and maybe that's what this is for, is to figure out what the kinks are.
Well, I the internet is definitely very helpful in figuring out what your kinks are. This is interesting though. On day 5,
That it's freezing up. Have
new
the
issues.
other people you've had on, you've been
No.
able to have good,
Yeah.
smooth
Even
stream?
I had Dave yesterday, my partner, and he was driving around like West Philly. He wasn't like on camera. He's put his camera up put his phone up
the
on
dash.
the dash and was driving around while Kevin Hackenberg and I were talking. And then when he got to his location, he like walked to his location and put his camera up, and so it's been. But it's nice to know that it's not always great.
Well, yeah. It's the learning curve.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to chat with Daryl here, and then it's almost time to go on our daily bike ride with the family.
You do your thing, and let me
But
know
I'll reach
when,
back
you
out.
want to do it again.
Yeah. No problem.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Chris.
Be well. See ya.
All right. Bye. All right. There we go, Daryl. And then
What's up, Kelly?
just to give you a brief window into what's going on there. So that's what the world. Oh,
Have a
Or is
little
it-
wall right here.
Dave
Other
is.
side, high five.
Oh, I got to
One.
switch to this.
One. Uh-oh. No. I'm not on that side.
What's it? I
I
don't
want to high
know.
five you.
I-
You got to go this way. Can you high five me? No, the other way. I'm going to turn my hand.
Why
on.
is it reversed?
1, 2, 3. Oh. That's awesome.
Of course,
We just
Dave's
made
watching the stream, and he just chimed in. He's like, "I still had some issues."
Well, it's scary a little bit. I think, has anybody checked bandwidth from their homes if you guys are getting throttled? I'm still getting 100 up and 100 down here. I don't know. How are you guys doing?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I tested it the other day, and I had 900 up and 900 down.
Oh, okay. You're rocking.
But I don't know what the family's doing right now. You know, the family could be, all of them could be streaming or doing conferences, upstairs on their devices right now. So
Right. Right.
really don't know. I mean,
Sorry,
I
missed you.
I can just barely hear you.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't want to yell because my
no,
wife
your
is
levels
in
are
the home
good.
office next door.
Your levels are good. So
You have earbuds.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next step.
Yeah.
The Apple Store's closed.
Yeah. Let me give you one. I'm going to pass it through the phone, Kelly. Ready?
All right.
This is a little earbud. You ready?
Okay.
No, other side. Other side. Other side. There. Did you get it? Now you should have a little white one on your end that you do a little trick with, and it makes it look like I gave you one. Come
Yeah.
on.
So this is something, as a reality guy, you might not know a lot about this, but in narratives, which is my forte, you
Wait a
pre.
minute. You call that guy? You're a man of mixed messages. I'm so confused. I was taking notes.
I've been watching the daily briefings from the White House, and I've been learning a lot about mixed messages. No, the pre-production, that me going and getting my son's AirPods and having it ready for that would have been involved in the pre-production.
Yeah, that would have been something we talked about in advance, of course.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Well, this is Kelly. I want to commend you. 5 days of doing streaming. I call this. This is week 2, day 5. We are at our place in the 12-week scenario. Next week will be week 3, day. You want to guess? Monday's day.
1.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You're following along. I try to teach you a little bit as we go. I use visual aids, but on a little film entirely from a drone in black and white. It was really great. I don't know if you put it on Facebook or not, but it was just about schools. He just shot empty schools, 100% from a drone. Made it black and white, put some music under it, and he just says, "Remember when?" And he dubbed in the sounds of like the children outside playing, the sound of the school bell, the sound of the children and the buses. But they weren't there. It just was, empty.
Yeah.
And he just needed to have a creative expression, which is what you're doing here. Is just you got this pent up. I got to do something, and I think we're seeing that from a lot of people. And this is great. I mean, this is a good exercise in what it would be like if you were suddenly retired. What would you do with your life?
Yeah.
And you realize I don't want to do this with my life because I'm bored. So.
Well, I would be making hot sauce. So. And this room would be converted into a LED grow room.
Yeah, nice. I like that. I love the hot sauce, Kelly. I love the hot sauce. It's good stuff. Well, I wanted to talk to you about maybe you being a guest on a show, like co-hosting with me next week on the ABCs of streaming. And I wanted to ask you, should we do a webinar platform or should we do something like this? Which obviously has got some funkiness going on to it. It makes me a little nervous.
Yeah.
A nervous phase.
Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to touch your face, which has been hard. Been really hard. Yeah, I don't know. I think that because this is that program you didn't want to mention.
Well, this program it seems like it could be, it's the input to the CDN. I mean, what's your CDN on this? Where's this being?
We're going to YouTube, but the Telestream provides this link between me and you.
They're doing the video bridge.
Yeah, so that might be the problem, is that there's so many people trying to use this bridge right now.
I think you're right. I think I would love to experiment and go to Zoom and see what Zoom's got going on. If we could clean up I still hear echoes. You tell me I'm still low. Your picture looks great. I mean, I can tell you're using great cameras. I'm using my iPhone 11.
Yeah.
Not on iPhone 11, but it's just, I don't think it's nearly as good. I'm sure I'm pixelated. My camera's overexposing. Look at that. Whoa, it's bright. Oh, it's dark.
Yeah.
You don't have that going on.
Well, I also spent hours setting it up. I mean, minutes setting it up, and I
had some of the hot sauce on our chili last night again. The purple one, really good.
Oh, nice.
Like
I even with the E6 that I have here, I decided when I was setting it up, probably best to just wire it.
Yeah.
Rather than going with a wireless, because since I'm doing this 100% on my own, to be cognizant of the fact, I've got RF hits or, oh, the battery's dead or whatever. No, this just
Right,
makes it easy.
right.
Wired, hardwired, no nothing.
No, you sound good. Your the tonality of that mic, the proximity, it all sounds good. I'm sure I sound a little echoey,
Yeah.
but that's the curse of joining like a smart device to interact with you, as opposed to like we talked about. I have that hot AT mic. I was going to plug it in using the F8, make a USB mic out of it, and see how that sounds over the bridge here. And then camera-wise, I was just going to use the iSight camera. I could run over and pick something else up. But you're using your Black Magics, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm using the Black Magics. And what I would probably do if we were going to, when we talk about this further, and if we do go with, Zoom, I can feed this into Zoom. So,
Right. That's what I was thinking, that maybe let Zoom be the CDN and the video bridge is coming from Zoom. I mean, my connectivity is on Wi-Fi. I have good Wi-Fi here. It's just my wife and I working from home. The kids aren't on. We're not downloading anything. Uh, so, yeah, I'd like to try it. Maybe we could do that offline and give it a whirl.
yeah, I don't know what's going on really because I've got 11,000 dropped frames. So I'm really interested to see what this looks like once it's archived.
I was going to see, I thought you were saying we have 11,000 viewers, and I was going to pee my pants on camera.
No, it's Dave and my mom.
I love Dave. I don't know your mom, but I love you, so I must love your mom. So I love
Warning:
you
the
guys.
stream bitrate is lower than recommended rate.
Does your
Yeah.
mom live in the area, Kelly, or is she out of town?
She is in York County in Hanover,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. The snack capital of the East.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I grew up in Dauphin County, so I know the Mid-Staters, and she's at home watching her son. But right, it's Kelly TV.
All right, Uncle D. Well, thanks for joining in. And
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm going solid. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wait a minute.
I don't know which way to go. We're swimming. We're swimming. All right, Kelly. Thanks for having me. I'll talk to you offline.
All right, thanks for your time. All right, viewers, this is a personal note to you. Please feel free to subscribe. Feel free, if you want to be a guest, to reach out to me via private message or YouTube. And yeah, thanks for joining us today, whatever day that is, and hope to talk to you soon.